So what is up? Macro Marciano here, about to explain what flexible dieting is. Flexible dieting, also known as if it fits your macros, macro counting, macro tracking. Got many different names. Basically, what flexible dieting is, you have a set number of macronutrients. If you don't know what a macronutrient is, a macronutrient is your three main macronutrients are your carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins. So, you have a set number of macros that you hit each day. Now, you can use whatever foods you want to reach those macros that you have. So, yes, that means you can use carbs from unhealthy sources or that are known as unhealthy sources, such as ice cream, or you can use carbs from things that are known as your healthy options, like broccoli or your rices, things like that. So, where do these numbers and these set points come from? They're all based off of what your goals are, whether they be you're trying to lose weight or in a fat loss phase, whether you're maintaining your physique, or if you're trying to build and gain some muscle. So there's def- tons of variables that this is based off of. You have your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, meaning how many calories you would burn if you literally did nothing all day. Also, taking into consideration is your activity level. So, what do you do during the day? Do you work at a desk job, or do you do a pretty labor-intensive job as a construction worker, a carpenter, something like that? So, all these factors are taken into consideration. Now, I'm not going to go into how you figure those out. That will be for a video later, or if you're looking for somebody to help you out, you can reach out to me, and I can personally we could talk about it and get that process going. So flexible dieting. So you really can eat ice cream and cookies? Yes, you can. But keep in mind, all of this is tracked. And so the best way I explain it to clients is the body doesn't necessarily look at a carbohydrate from broccoli and say, I'm going to not store that as fat because that's a healthy food source, and a carbohydrate from ice cream and say, but I am going to store that as fat because it is a unhealthy or bad carbohydrate. Um, when it comes to overall body composition, when foods are eaten and digested in a mixed ratio, meaning with carbs, proteins, and fats, the carbohydrates are going to be digested basically the same. Meaning you can also throw out the window the glycemic index of carbohydrates digesting at different rates, because when eaten all together, they're going to digest practically the same. So, how do you track all these macronutrients? The way I recommend my clients is to use an app called MyFitnessPal. Now there are tons of macro tracking apps out there, but MyFitnessPal is the one that I am most familiar with and the one that I've been using for the past 3 or 4 years. I'd say it's one of the more popular ones and has been around the longest. So to me, it has the biggest database and is the most user friendly. So with this app, and now I know as somebody just beginning to start this part of their fitness journey of tracking their calories and their macros, it is a big step. But I can assure you with this app, it takes out all the hard work for you. You literally can find any food item, whether that be single, like just a single fruit, a single item such as that, a fruit. You can weigh, you can measure, milk, things like that, all the way up to meals at restaurants. So you can search the restaurant, you can search the meal, and then type in the restaurant behind it, and you can almost honestly find it. You can also find it made in different ways. So say you order a chicken sandwich but with no avocado and only cheese, no bacon. You can literally type that out, and you will find that somebody had probably already inputted that exact sandwich. So some of the pros to flexible dieting, and the biggest take home from flexible dieting is you learn how to diet in the real world. One of the biggest setbacks that I think people have is they truly are unaware of the amount of calories and macros that are in their foods. You might come to find from tracking that your salad from your go-to restaurant isn't as safe as an option as you thought. You might come to find that it's got 60, 50 grams of fat, and you might think, wow, that's almost equivalent to a cheeseburger or a hamburger. And so it brings awareness to people of what's actually in foods. It allows you to learn your foods, learn what your carbs, your fats, and your proteins are, which then will allow you to change and alter foods to fit your macros. You know, I can go to just about any restaurant, order a meal the way I need it. I can hold on the avocado, I can hold on the cheese, or if I want cheese and, you know, hold on the bacon and avocado if I'm gonna order something a little fattier, or, you know, vice versa. You can, you know, alter things, change things to get roughly what the macros that you need out of that meal. So, again, this is just a quick video. Want to explain what macros were, what flexible dieting is, using macros, hitting your macro set points, your carbs, fats, and your protein. You can use whatever food items you want to hit this, and this is also why it is known as if it fits your macros, because literally, if it fits your macros, you can eat it. So now keep in mind that there is benefits to choosing your more whole food options compared to your ice cream, your pop tarts, your cereals. You know, in this, although overall body composition is going to be the same from the broccoli or the brown rice, you're going to get fiber and other micronutrients from that source. So it's important to still eat your fruits and vegetables daily for overall health. Now, this one reason I love about flexible diet. Another reason I love flexible dieting is it allows you to incorporate foods that you love, foods that you once thought were off limits or bad or unhealthy. And you'll come to learn that, you know, there really is no bad or unhealthy foods. All foods have macros, just fats, carbs, and proteins. Just some foods have a lot more macros than others. And those are the foods that you need to learn to eat in moderation. Now, that is where the discipline part in flexible dieting comes into play. You really, although you can incorporate these foods and if you track them, you can eat them, you really have to be disciplined in the fact that you have to eat them in moderation. So you can fit one, maybe two donuts into your diet, but that is it. If you eat any more, that's gonna basically take away your fat for the rest of the day. So you gotta be disciplined and to only eat one or two donuts and be satisfied with that. So with that being said, I hope that explained what flexible dieting was. Like I said, you can reach out to me, ask me questions if you have any questions. You can find me, you know, this is my YouTube channel, macro underscore Marciano. You can also find me on Instagram, macro underscore Marciano. Even on Snapchat, macro underscore Marciano. You know, I upload videos and pictures daily on Instagram. I try to show you guys quick little recipes. Also on my Snapchat, I show you the things that I eat daily, literally, and you'll see me eating ice cream, you'll see me eating cookies, and you'll see me eating donuts because that is the foods I love. And to me, any diet or lifestyle says that you can eat this or you can't eat that or stay away from that or avoid that is a lifestyle or diet that is not sustainable. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I did a great job of explaining what flexible dieting is. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.